Hi folks, I'm Ian Baker, and today we're going to go over the 2021 Keystone Springdale 253FWRE. This is a nice, kind of smaller yet open floor plan. You have dual opposing slides in the living area, TV on the back, really opens up. As you can see though, the slides are closed. This is what you are looking at when you travel. What I want to show you real quick is the fact you do have full access to the refrigerator as well as the freezer, and as you would expect, because the bathroom is up the steps, you definitely have a clear shot to the bathroom as well. Let's open her up and we'll take a look. With it opened up, you can see what I was talking about with the dual opposing slides really helping to open up this main living space. And again, it's not the largest fifth wheel in the world. It weighs in well under 9,000 pounds, just a little bit under 33 feet long, so still towable, without having a 1-ton pickup. Let's take a look over at the campside slide starting off. You'll see the dinette here. A couple things that I really like about it. One is the underlighting. I think it does add a little bit. Overall, to be honest, I feel that the RV is a little dark, right? So even though I do like the underlighting there, one of the things I think they failed at is it's a little bit dark for me. I would have liked to have seen a few more lights in this back area, maybe a light or two underneath here just to kind of help brighten things up, because it is such a dark wood that when everything's closed off, we close all our windows. Again, it's just a little bit dark in here for me. But back to the dinette. So a couple quick things. As you can see, it does drop down into a bed, so if you need that sleeping space, there you go. As far as storage, yep, got that too. You have your finger hole here, just lift that up and that gives you access to that storage. You'll see they did route the lights kind of in the back, so it's not, getting in the way of items you pack in there. They also wrapped the electrical lines as well, again, to help protect that. So, sometimes when you're looking at construction, you're looking at fit and finish, it's small things like that, that I appreciate. Of course, I would have liked some additional storage here, but obviously it's tough to have the access and the lighting. For the table itself, let me pull this guy out here, kind of lift it up, pull it out. So this is a little bit different table system. You'll see that you don't have any pedestals or anything there. It's like a flip-up table. The thing I do like about this, if you want, right, you have your sofa, what you can actually do, you can bring this table right over and you kind of have a coffee table here now, right? So if you're sitting here, you want a place to set your coffee down, you want to put your feet up on it. I'm not going to because it's not mine, but if you want to, you have the ability to do that, which is pretty great. To put it up into a table, what I recommend doing, you'll see that it has your legs right here. Put your feet on those legs, kind of hold it in place, and then, let's see, which way does it swing? There we go. So it'll swing out and up, and you'll hear it lock into place. Well, okay, you didn't, but it did lock into place. So pretty simple. Now you have a table. Again, if you want to eat here, kind of have like a giant TV dinner tray, it is capable of doing that. To drop it back down, you flip this guy around. You'll see this right here. All you have to do is take that out. That's the click you were supposed to hear. You'll take that out, and that will allow it to swing back down and into place. But again, pretty sturdy table. We'll put this back over in the dinette area. So there you go. Once the table is up, just like that, pretty solid, actually, realistically. It's, in my opinion, probably just as good, if not better, than the pedestals. You can put a little bit of weight on there. You don't have to worry about your food or anything flying off. Works pretty well. Moving on, you'll see a pretty big window here. Goes all the way up to the ceiling there. Lets in a lot of natural light, which is good. You do have windows on the side of the slide box. Those do open. You have them both in this slide and the other slide. It's a pretty big deal. It's a lot of manufacturers, when they put slides in on the sides, they actually won't open. They're not really functional. Not the case here. You can get some airflow. Pretty cool light fixture that they chose for this year. I personally like it. It kind of has like this cage inside the glass. So, just, I don't know, just gives it a little bit nicer look than what we've seen on a lot of the light fixtures. And then the glass here kind of matches that look. So you'll see that. And then, of course, pretty simple storage in there. You can see through into it. Pretty standard lighting. You have, light here. You can see a row of lights on the ceiling. We'll check out in a little bit. It is a tri-fold sofa. Very comfortable to sit on. Also, it's very easy to make this up into a bed. Let me show you that real quick. Toss this stuff off. So you just remove these cushions. You'll see this pull handle right here. Boom, you lift it up like that. Slide this guy out. Whoops. Kind of. There we go. Actually, I don't know how this one works. Hold on, Sam. Let me figure it out. Ah, here we go. Haha. Ting. There we go. This is not the one I thought it was, but still works nonetheless. Slide those guys down. There we go. Oh, okay. And then like that. So, gotta be honest, not my favorite. A little bit more difficult. There's a very similar trifold where you just pick it up and it has two legs that fold out, and it's a lot easier in my opinion. It works though, you know, still kind of the same concept. It's still, you can see here, has a lot of good cushion, so that way it does make a fairly comfortable bed. To put it back, let's see if we can figure this out. Let's see if I gotta pull this again. Put these here, because this is gonna have to bend in the middle, right? Put that in. Pull that, no? I just don't know. Hold on. Yeah, so that pulls out there. That should then bend. And it doesn't. There it goes. There it is. All right. For what it's worth, not my favorite. I know they've used this style in a couple other manufacturers too. I just haven't played with it much, but it works. The cushions though, you do have nice thick cushions on there. So I guess that's kind of a toss-up for me. I prefer the other style. It's just much easier where it just folds out, but it's not too terrible, I guess. Taking a look up top, you'll see storage all across the top there. TV in the center, windows on both sides with the shades. Pretty simple to pull those down. You have your entertainment center on both sides here. You'll see storage. Open that up. And then entertainment center, or the multimedia center in the middle with your speakers. Underneath that, nice big fireplace. The thing I do like about that, folks, is that not only does that look great, but more importantly is it is a space heater. So if you don't want to use propane, just kind of want to take the chill off in this space, that'll do a decent job. This is a pretty big space, but you know, if you're sitting in these chairs or sitting in the couches, that fireplace will help. As I mentioned, windows on the side of the slide boxes, as well as an additional one here. Light right up top. You have the chairs as well as your center console there, so you have a place to set down beverages, you know, tablet, whatever else. Now this obviously just came from the manufacturer, so you see it's still strapped in. These do recline. You just kind of push back on them to have them recline and the legs come up. But the only issue is they're not wall huggers, right? So you do have to pull them out a decent ways in order for them to recline. But as you can see, you have plenty of space. So not near as much of an issue in this floor plan as it is in some others. Moving into the kitchen, open this up for you. Dometic fridge freezer combo. This unit does run off both propane and electric. You have the drawer down below, a cutout for some taller items. See right up top there, some additional storage. Actually open that up just to show you it does go all the way up. So you know, if you're able to fit like some taller items, kind of take the angle. I don't know what you're going to fit in there, but it is a bigger storage area. Again, same thing with the microwave. Above that, a little bit tough to reach. You do have that there. Microwave, hood, pretty standard stuff. Right underneath that backsplash, you'll see the cooktop. It is a covered glass cooktop on there, so you can use that as prep space. Fold that up and back, kind of doubles as a backsplash. 3-burner cooktop there. Furion, you'll see the oven underneath if you want to do a little bit of baking. Then over to this side, you have 2 very deep drawers, which are pretty nice. You know, you still have to put a silverware divider in there for your flatware, but I like the fact they're deeper drawers so you can fit some bigger items. And then underneath, I want to show you this too, because this is pretty rare, is to have this much storage underneath your sink. So I like that because it gives you a spot to put a trash can as well as maybe some pots and pans over to the side. Big countertop space here too. Look at all this prep space you have. I love this. You have a covered cooktop. You have a covered sink top and all this prep space in between. This sink top is cutting board quality. I always recommend using one side, so one side stays nice. When I take it off, you will see the sink. It's a composite or a plastic style sink. Again, with everything else in here, I would have preferred to have seen stainless just to kind of help match with the faucet as well as the fridge. I think that, you know, they kind of failed there. I definitely would have preferred a stainless steel sink. Let me know what you guys think though. You okay with the composite to save a little bit of cash, you know, when you're looking to buy it, or would you rather spend a little more and have the stainless? Lights underneath, as well as storage all the way across the top. Also, electrical outlet underneath. You have to have an electrical outlet in your kitchen to be able to plug stuff in, and that is where this one is located. I'll open up one of these just to kind of show you the storage. So pretty good storage all the way across there. So you do have plenty of room for your plates, cups, bowls, everything else. Coming up the steps, thermostat here. This will control the AC as well as the heat. Your main control panel, of course, is located right next to that. Tank monitoring panel is built in there. When we come into the bathroom, take a seat on the old throne. So I'm 6 foot tall. I have plenty of leg space. They angled this one out, which I like, so my shoulder isn't jammed into the wall. So plenty of shoulder space, plenty of leg space. It is plastic. I would have preferred a porcelain bowl. Probably something, you know, I would change. It looks like, well, maybe tough, to be honest. You may not have the space because of this slider door. So, you know, that's something I would check. If you're looking to get a porcelain bowl, I would probably have them do that before you buy it to make sure it fits, right? It's not one of those things where you want to try to do it aftermarket and then it doesn't fit because of the slider door. So if you want a porcelain bowl, get it when you get this unit. If you take a look underneath the sink, again, pretty decent storage underneath there, including this bottom compartment, which is great. You have electrical outlet, mirrored medicine cabinet. This one, see which way does it open? Opens out this way. It is, again, a plastic one. I prefer when they put wood ones in just because I like the way it looks more. Yeah, I like the way it looks more. Yeah, sure. It's nicer looking. But, you know, the plastic serves the purpose. I kind of am an aesthetic person. I want things to look nice as well as function. Get the travel lock off here and then open this up. So neo-angle shower. The doors are in a roller track, which is good because then all the water will go down into the shower pan when you're done showering. It looks like we have a little bit of glycol in here from winterization. But when I do step in, again, 6 foot tall, you can see even without the skylight, I still have a little bit of space with that skylight even more. So if you're 6'2", 6'3", you can still stand in the center of the shower here and not have to bend down. Of course, you have your hand wand as well as some shelves over there too. Now this is a slide out wardrobe. You've probably seen this before. Fairly common in what they call like a mid-profile fifth wheel. They have a slide out wardrobe where one is dedicated to the bathroom because this door right here closes off. So that way this kind of becomes like a built-in linen closet. Whereas the rest up front here, we'll see in just a moment, is clothes storage for the bedroom. And then as we step into the bedroom itself, you'll see your camper queen bed there in the center. As far as space, so when I step up, there is a step up. You know, again, it's a mid-profile. You can see you don't have quite as much headroom as like you would in a full profile. But, you know, it is plenty to be able to kind of sneak up here into bed. You have the nightstands on both sides with drawers. So, you know, kind of nice for some chapstick or whatever else you need to throw in there. You'll see the wardrobe on both sides, storage across the top here as well. And your headboard is kind of like a built-in shelf with electrical outlet, making it a perfect spot for a cell phone. Lastly, we'll see right over here, again, the slide-out wardrobe. Open that up for you so you can see nice big hanging space. The doors do have mirrors on them. And I guess it's not last thing. The last thing I want to touch on, two things. Right up top, this one is prepped for a second AC. So if you want second AC, that is where it would be located. And then lastly, if you look over on the other wall, you will see where you will mount a TV if you want a TV in the bedroom. Now that we've seen the inside, let's take a quick look at some of the outside features on the 2021 Keystone Springdale 253FWRE. We'll start right on the front cap. A couple things here. You will see they changed the color, went to the much deeper blue. They kind of did that in like the late 2020 models coming into the 2021 model year. I personally like it. It's kind of striking. It's different from what we're used to seeing in the industry. Also, you will see that this is concave right here, so that way you get a deeper turn radius. As you're turning, the cab of your truck will be able to swing in here, so that way you're not jackknifing and bumping into your cap, damaging your truck, damaging your fifth wheel. So it allows you to turn a little bit sharper when you're backing up. You'll see the mirror right here. That way, as you are backing up, it'll help you align your hitch with the kingpin. And you will also see the kingpin is Rotaflex, which helps with some of the bucking and chucking when you're starting and stopping your tow vehicle, so you're not getting that kind of herky-jerky effect. Man, just use all sorts of crazy lingo in there. Right up front, you will see some storage, pretty clean. It's one of the things Keystone does very well is they have good cable management. Your battery box located over to the side, obviously that is vented there. Your control for your power jacks there. You will also see this unit is prepped for solar. So if you want solar, simply buy the portable panels, plug it in right there, and it'll trickle charge your battery. Power awning, not a huge awning because you have that slide in the way, but it is, you know, decent usable space. You don't have any vents or anything right here. You do have your pass-through, so if you have to get to that, maybe a little troublesome, but as far as awning location, it's pretty good. You'll see a couple speakers up top as well. Those do have LED lights in them, look kind of nice. Those are connected to the multimedia center inside, but that unit is Bluetooth capable. Propane, you have two 30-pounders, one on this side, one on the other side. For your storage, we'll open this up. It's pretty standard stuff here, you know, just a clip to hold it up, nothing too fancy. It's one of the things on the Springdale fifth wheel, right? You have a lot of nice amenities without like a ton of bells and whistles, just again, trying to help keep the cost down. Something that I'm not really a huge fan of is this right here, is the fact the plumbing runs right down the middle of my storage. For me, that's hard, you know, if you have any larger items. So that's kind of a fail in my book, you know, as far as with this particular RV. I wish they would be able to move that a little bit. Maybe just throw like another elbow on there to, you know, pipe it closer to the wall. That, again, if you have larger items, it just really cuts down on the available storage. However, right up above that, I do like this. They nailed it here. You know, you have TV hookup. It's a little high, but, you know, there's really no other good spot to put it, and that way it's at least still underneath the awning. And I'm glad they included it. You know, it's better than having nothing at all. So TV hookups, you'll see your electrical outlet, cable outlet right there. To get into the camper, they went with the LCI solid step. There's two basically types of steps in the industry, and they're both great step systems. The LCI solid step and then the More Ride step above step system. And again, very similar in design. They have aluminum treads, grip tape on there. The aluminum won't rust. Also adjustable feet to adjust at your campsite. To put it away, you will open your door and you actually lift this up and it stores inside your door. Once it's in there, you will see, I'll just fold it in here for you. A couple of things real quick with these, right? They're great step system because you don't get like that springboard effect. But a couple of things you want to make sure of. You want to make sure your door is all the way open, because if it's like this, you're going to start banging stuff up when you go to close it. And also, you're going to want to make sure when you set this up and you adjust your feet, that when you close the door, it closes nice and easily. What'll happen is if you have the feet extended too far, this plate right here will actually stick up, and when you go to close the door, you'll damage the bottom of your door, and you don't want that. So it's just one of those things, you know, make sure you test it out before you put it away. Once you put it up in there, pretty simple system. You have the lever, open that up, there you go. Allows you to get to your steps. Pretty easy. All right, moving on down. Drop down below there, you'll see the painted rims. You know, they painted them black, look pretty sharp. Nitrogen filled tires for what it's worth to you. Not worth a whole lot to me. You know, I'd change them out with regular air when I fill them up anyway, but if you want to keep nitrogen in them, by all means do so. You will see that they have, again, the power stabilizers here on the back. The control for that is right there. And then you will see your propane quick connect too. So if you have a grill or something like that, you want to hook up, cook out here, you have the access to do that. Square tubular bumper with end caps gives you a spot to store your sewer hose. It also gives a spot to mount the spare tire, which is very easy to access. A lot of times on fifth wheels, they'll put them underneath the RV, where you have to, you know, get a tool or something to drop it down or get underneath there to access it. Not the case, super simple. This one does have an enclosed, insulated, and heated underbelly. You can see that there, so that way it allows you to camp in some colder climates. Also, you have the ladder, so that way you can climb up onto the roof. Definitely want to get up there at least once a year just for, you know, general inspection. And you will also notice this one has backup camera prep. So if you want a backup camera on this fifth wheel, having the prep makes it easier to install, meaning it'll save you money on labor. Cable inlet's located there. As we make our way forward a little bit here, you'll see that this one, again, this is a 50 amp detachable power cord, 50 amp because this one has a fireplace as well as 2 AC units. Pretty much anytime you go to 2 AC units, you have to have a 50 amp cable. City water inlet there, fresh water inlet right next to it, termination right down below. So I did mention this one has the fully enclosed heated and insulated underbelly, which again allows you to camp in some colder weather. However, you do have, I wouldn't say it's ready for freezing temperatures, and the reason being you have exposed valve bodies. And so what that does is if it's freezing, it's cold, you get everything in here, your valve can be frozen stuck, or frozen shut or frozen open. Either way, not a great thing. So while you can camp with it in kind of early spring, late fall, I wouldn't go to where it starts getting into 0-degree temps. Black tank flush right there, outside shower underneath, both hot and cold water access. This, of course, the other side to your garage. Then this is your second propane tank. All right, folks, and that wraps it up. Again, this is the 2021 Keystone Springdale 253FWRE. If you're interested in this fifth wheel and you would like price and availability, simply click on the link in the description. Also in the comments section, let me know what you think they nailed, what you think they failed, and if you were designing this RV, what you would personally change. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and let's go camping.